So today I want to help you overcome your fear of creating a new listing on Amazon. I don't know about you, but there's times when I've been outsourcing and I have found something that I thought was awesome. I'm like, oh, this is a name brand. This is really cool. This is really awesome. And man, they're practically giving it away. And I scan it on my smartphone app and I look and I was like, it's not selling on Amazon. What, the product not found? So, instead of using the UPC, I try to search for keywords and I'm like, oh, it's not there either. So then I'm like, okay, I know a little trick about finding out how to find out of stock items on Amazon. Maybe it's just out of stock and they're not, listing it. So I do the little trick about finding out of stock items on Amazon and it's not there. And by the way, if you want more information about how to find out of stock items in the Amazon catalog, there's a blog post about that. You can find out, you can search that on my blog, fulltimefba.com. But there's times when you find something that stores are practically giving away that they're not selling it on Amazon. And you're like, what do I do? I mean, do I need to create a product listing? I know a lot of us came over from eBay to Amazon, and one of the things that we like is that Amazon already has all the product listings done for you. And we're kind of spoiled by Amazon and all their product pages and descriptions and stuff that are already done for you. Pictures are done, listings are done, keywords are done. And you're like, I got away from eBay because this was just, I didn't want to deal with this. And so maybe there's some fears holding you back for creating a product listing because it's a completely different animal on Amazon as it is from eBay. But under the right circumstances, there are times where you need to create a new listing. So we're going to overcome the top 3 fears for being afraid of creating a new listing on Amazon. The first one is, I'm afraid it's going to take up too much time. Because yes, creating a listing takes more time than just scanning it, telling Amazon you're going to send it. So obviously it's going to take a little bit more time. There's pictures that you need to take. There's certain guidelines that Amazon has about the pictures. They want to make sure it's only a picture of what the item actually is, that no need extra stuff. They want white backgrounds. So that the only thing there is a picture of that. And there's a whole bunch of other stuff. You can find out more about this on the blog post today. fulltimefba.com/fears. Links to all the Amazon guidelines about creating product listings. But you want to make sure you have the right keywords and follow all the guidelines. But here's the deal. Yes, it does take more time, but you have to think for yourself, is it worth the time for the item that you have? How much profit are you going to make on this item? Is it just one item, but you're going to make a lot of money on it? So maybe it's worth the time creating a new listing. Maybe you found 8 of one item that by itself might not be worth making a listing, but the fact that you've got 8 of them, you're like, hey, this is worth my time. Or maybe there's a chance that you'll find more later. You're like, oh, I found this at this store. Maybe I'll find it at other stores too. And is it the fact that maybe that's a unique product that you have not seen anywhere, and you think maybe this is the only chance it's going to be able to be found and sold on Amazon? So when you go through those questions, especially how much profit you're going to make and how many of them you have to sell, when you think about that, it kind of becomes obvious if it's worth your time. If it's one item that you can make $10 on, maybe it's not worth your time. But if it's 10 items you can make $10 each on, then it's probably worth your time. So think about that. Fear number 2 is I'm afraid I'm going to create the listing wrong. And, that makes sense. There is a right way and there's a wrong way. Amazon has their guidelines. The number 1 tip for overcoming the fear of creating the listing the wrong way is to read the Amazon guidelines. It surprises me how many people who sell on Amazon have never read the guidelines. They make assumptions, they try to guess what Amazon does, or they think, oh, I know better, it's probably going to be like this, and so I'm going to do it this way. Read the guidelines. They're there for a reason. People are being banned and suspended because they don't do something as simple as read the guidelines where everything is clearly stated. Well, mostly clearly. That's a whole nother topic. But when you're creating a listing, if there's ever a problem, Amazon will give you a little red flag. It'll say, hey, this is the wrong information, or you were supposed to enter a number here when you entered a text, or they give you little red flags when you're creating the listing, and they basically walk you through it. So when you're going in to add a listing and you click on add a product, you're able to search to see if it's even already on Amazon, and then they walk you through it. So, but the number 1 way to overcome your fear of listing it wrong is just by trial and error. Get out and do it. If you did make a mistake, you can always go in and update it. So that's overcoming number 2 in the fear of creating an Amazon listing. The number 3 fear about creating an Amazon listing is I'm not going to get any sales. I'm afraid I will get no sales and I would have just completely wasted my time. And so, you know, that also goes back to the fear number 1, making sure that you have good enough ROI, making sure you have enough items, but more importantly than that, you want to make sure you have the right keywords. Keywords are very important when creating an Amazon listing. They are the words that, you know, when people go in and search on Amazon for an item, they're typing in their most important keywords to find that item. And Amazon will go through the system and look at the millions of items that they have and return immediately the best results based on those keywords. And so you want to make sure you have the most important keywords. I know that there's a product called Merchant Words that's really good that you can look into. There's other keyword tools that are out there. Terapeak, I know, is a keyword tool that works for Amazon and eBay. But the number 1 thing that we've used is a book called Amazon Advantage. And it's a book written by Karen Thraxton, and you can find out more about that at fulltimefba.com/Amazon Advantage. And she breaks down all the information you need about keywords in your title, keywords in your listings, the product description, how to make sure that everything is well balanced and that people will be able to find what they're looking for, which is your product. So check that out, and it will be a game changer when you're creating listings. You know, you might be creating listings for an individual item, you might be creating listings for a bundle. All of these things are important to understand. Making sure that you have enough ROI to make it worth it, enough items selling to make it worth it, and that you know the right keywords. So again, if you have low ROI, don't make a new listing. If you only have one of an item, unless the ROI is awesome, don't make a new listing. If there's already a listing out there that exists, don't create a new listing. Even if that listing is bad, you have to use it according to Amazon's rules. It's against their rules to create a new listing. Even though we've seen multiple listings out there, it's still against the rules. Amazon is doing their best to merge all of the different listings together. If it's a generic product that might not have any brand recognition and you're like, I don't even know what keywords people are going to search to find this thing, unless it's a private label product that you're focused on trying to get traction for and popularity for and sales for, don't create a new listing. And if it's a collectible item that might be better sold on eBay, that needs better pictures and an exact description, don't create a listing on Amazon for it, because it might be able to be sold for, you know, better, faster, and for more ROI on eBay. So those are the things to be considering when you're wanting to create a new listing. It might be scary at first. The more you do it, the more you get over it, and you start to realize best practices. You start to realize about how the best way to do it. You know, it's something that just takes time, but after a while you become so used to it that it becomes second nature, and you're able to do it just like that with no problems. That's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And if you like this video, I'd appreciate a little thumbs up below. That would be really cool. And if you have a comment or a question, you can do that below too. I'll do my best to reply as soon as I can. And if you want to see any of the links that I talked about during this video, click on the description below. You'll find the links there. You'll be able to go quickly to right where you're wanting to go. And if you want to be sure you don't miss out on any upcoming videos, be sure you subscribe to this channel so that you can be notified when I have new videos come out, and you won't miss out on any of the free Amazon FBA training that goes on right here. And if you want to find out more about me and Full-Time FBA, head on over to the website, fulltimefba.com. Once you're there, you can click subscribe. You can get some free PDFs that will help your Amazon FBA business become easier. And take a look at the blog. We have a lot of tutorials, blog posts, videos, and resources that can help you make Amazon your full-time job with only spending part-time hours. Some good stuff. I hope to see you there, so be sure you click subscribe. I will talk to y'all later. I hope you have a great day. I'll see you soon. Bye.